In the game of absolute power, nothing is sacred, not even the gods. Welcome back to the crucible of the warring states. Last episode, we saw how a merchant named Lu Buwei bought a kingdom. Today, he will teach his royal pupil, the young King Ying Zheng, the ultimate lesson in cold-blooded statecraft. A lesson written in bronze, blood, and fratricide. Year 249 BC. Lu Buwei's armies marched into Luoyang, wiping the 800-year-old Zhou dynasty off the map. But Lu Buwei wasn't looking for land. He was looking for the 9 bronze cauldrons, the ultimate symbols of divine right to rule China. But when he broke into the palace, the cauldrons were gone. The last king of Zhou looked at him and scoffed. The 9 cauldrons. I melted them down for cash long ago. Without power, they are just broken pots. Whether melted into coins or lost forever in the murky depths of the Sea River, Lu Buwei realized a terrifying truth, and he made sure Ying Zheng understood it. Legitimacy is an illusion. Power is not granted by heaven. It is manufactured by men. 5 years later, the shadow of Qin grew too large to ignore. In 241 BC, Lord Chunshen of Chu rallied a massive 5-nation coalition. Hundreds of thousands of soldiers marched toward Qin's fortress, the Hangu Pass. It was the young King Ying Zheng's first true crisis. He was terrified. 5 nations, all at once. But Lu Buwei merely smiled. "They are a joke," he whispered. Lu Buwei didn't wait for a siege. He ordered the gates of Hangu Pass to fly open. The Qin legion charged. And then something absurd happened. At the mere sight of the black banners of Qin, the coalition panicked. They didn't fight. They didn't even form lines. They broke and fled like scattering prey. At the victory banquet, Ying Zheng laughed like a boy, mocking his cowardly enemies. But Lu Buwei stopped him cold. "Does this satisfy you, your majesty? A true king doesn't laugh at retreating wolves. He hunts them down." The lesson was clear. Confidence is a gift given to you by foolish opponents. Now, make them pay for their stupidity. Over the next 2 years, Qin's retribution was merciless. Chu fled its capital, Wei begged for peace, and the tiny state of Wei gave up all its lands. But in 239 BC, the target was Zhao. And here, Lu Buwei played his darkest political card yet. He appointed Ying Zheng, the king's 17-year-old half-brother, to lead the invasion. Ying Zheng protested. The boy knew nothing of war. But Lu Buwei leaned in and whispered the brutal truth of the court. "Your throne is always in danger, and the danger is your brother. It doesn't matter if he wants to steal your crown. What matters is that he has the bloodline to do it. Eradicate the threat in the cradle." It was a trap. On the battlefields of Zhao, Cheng Zhao's seasoned advisors deliberately let the boy fail. Defeat after defeat. Under the harsh law of Qin, execution awaited him. Out of sheer desperation, the terrified 17-year-old prince did exactly what Lu Buwei anticipated. He rebelled. When news reached Xianyang, Ying Zheng was devastated. This was his own flesh and blood. He hesitated, but Lu Buwei was a man of cold iron. "Hesitation brings ruin," he declared. A 100,000-man Qin army was unleashed. Cheng Zhao's desperate rebellion was not an epic war. It was a slaughter. The young prince was crushed in days. To Lu Buwei, Cheng Zhao's life was cheap. This wasn't just about protecting Ying Zheng. It was about destroying the native Qin aristocracy who looked down on him, a mere merchant. He had used the blood of the king's brother to cement his own supreme authority. Through this bloody theatre, Lu Buwei gave Ying Zheng his final masterclass. If you know what you want, anyone standing in your way must be eliminated without mercy. Ying Zheng learned the lesson all too well. He looked at his empire, then he looked at Lu Buwei. He realized he wanted to be a real king, not a puppet, and the biggest shadow blocking his light was the merchant prime minister himself. The student was ready, and the teacher's time was running out. Next episode, the shadow of a new conspiracy looms over the palace, and it involves a secret lover, a fake eunuch, and the mother of the king. Hit subscribe and don't miss the climax of China's deadliest Game of Thrones.